Hi, I'm Colonel Dan Pinnell, the Director of the U.S. Army's Peacekeeping and Stability Operations Institute. I'd like to welcome you to the new PKSOI Journal. I'd also like to take this opportunity to brief you on PKSOI's activities over the last few months and describe the new PKSOI Journal layout. In the last 3 months, PKSOI has supported a lot of your training and education efforts. In the last journal, we introduced you to the United Nations Military Unit Manual Project. This is an effort by PKSOI and 51 partner nation militaries around the world on behalf of the United Nations to create the very first UN doctrine, tactic, technique, and procedure manuals for troop contributing nations to use in preparing their forces for UN peacekeeping missions. Examples of the topic areas covered by these manuals are riverine operations, signals, aviation, logistics, maritime operations, and engineering. The potential positive effect of these manuals once completed and fielded is exceptional, and we are very proud to be a part of this effort. PKSOI personnel also provided training support for 2 Chadian infantry battalions preparing for United Nations missions in Africa in the coming year. Our subject matter experts were also present at exercises Western Accord and Southern Accord, and we're preparing for future Central Accord and other U.S. AFRICOM and U.S. Army Africa exercises in the near future. PKSOI also continues its forward momentum as the Army's lead for joint proponency of peacekeeping and stability operations across the joint force. We and our partners continue to work to refine doctrine, training, and education recommendations for the force. We also continue to examine and advise, as well as support the development and improvement of stability operations and peacekeeping scenarios at our different combat training centers and exercises. In addition to our other proponency efforts, PKSOI plans to host a proponency workshop in the 3rd week of October 2014 to bring together all of our different military and interagency partners for a 3-day period at one location to accomplish some of the very short-term missions that we have and create detailed plans for the execution of the proponency tasks that span 2016. We'll have more information on this proponency conference as soon as we complete planning. In this version of the journal, as always, we'll have a wide spectrum of peace and stability related articles with very interesting topics. Our first author is going to examine alliance operations in Kosovo, how the alliance, NATO, set the conditions for the ultimate victories in the Balkans. Our next author looks at a seldom examined but critically important topic, that of global animal health engagement and its impact on peace and stability. Our next author examines the planning and conduct of local procurement strategies in developing countries. Next, we'll examine President Obama's guidance to the force on UN participation in future peacekeeping operations. Our next author examines U.S. military population surveys in World War II and Vietnam and attempts to draw lessons from those operations for the future. Last but not least, we'll examine the Peace and Stability Operations Workshop recently conducted by PKSOI with George Mason University and a number of other partners this last spring. I hope you've enjoyed this version of PKSOI's Peace and Stability Journal, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Please provide any feedback you have on how we can improve the quality and detail of the information we've provided. Thanks.